Hi guys, it's Monica and welcome back to my channel. I'm pretty excited for today's video because we are talking about the top 5 biggest mistakes that I have made in my entire life. So we're talking about mistakes, and mistakes are embarrassing. We are talking about the lowlights of my life. And for top 5 mistakes that I can recall, I think I'm doing pretty well for myself. We all make mistakes, it's just a part of life. Maybe you could learn from my mistakes. Probably not, because you gotta learn for yourself, but maybe I could just kind of warn you. Over the summer, I got really personal and really opened up about a mistake that I made, and that created such an important conversation and helped a lot of people. So today I wanted to talk about more mistakes I've made because maybe it'll help someone else. I want you guys to comment below the mistakes that you've made and what you've learned from them. Let's talk about them. And I don't want to get this confused with regrets. These are mistakes that I made, but I don't regret making these mistakes because I've learned from them and it's totally fine. This video is sponsored by Mobil 1 and you're probably really confused. How does an oil company have anything to do with making mistakes? But just stay tuned and you'll see. Mistake number 1 would be not going to college. I didn't go to a 4-year university like the typical American kid coming out of high school. I'm not planning on going back to college now, so you might be like, then why was not going to college a mistake? I had to sit and watch as all my friends went to college and experienced dorm life and making so many new friends, moving away to a new place, maybe joining Greek life, going to parties, living on campus. I missed out on the whole experience of college, and that's the mistake that I think that I made. And I chose to not go to college and focus on making videos and doing these things that technically made me more money, but they didn't make me happier as a person. I don't have those experiences, those friendships, and I've kind of had to figure them out for myself in a way that's not so easy in the real world, where it's not easy to make friends just randomly. So I was always chasing that college experience. If you're in a position right now where you're thinking about going to college or not, I would encourage you to go to college for the experience of it. I will admit it, I should have gone to college. I'd probably be smarter too, there's that too. But it's okay that I didn't because now I'm me and it's good. Cool. Yeah, all right. Buying the first car that I saw on a dealership lot, basically. I think I was like 19. First car I saw, I said, hey, yeah, this is okay. I test drove it, I was like, yeah, this is fine. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll get this. I didn't really think much of it. I didn't put any thought into it, really, like any. I ended up hating that car. That car sucked and was not a good deal for the money. Oh my gosh, when you go to a dealership, test drive more than one car. Don't be an idiot like me. I just didn't care. I was so dumb with my money when I was 19. It's very easy to make mistakes when it comes to cars in general, especially when you're first getting your license, like fresh out of the gate, 16 years old, just got your first car. So I'm gonna give you a little tip here. Growing up, I was always around cars, and in driver's ed I learned you should get your oil changed every 3,000 miles or 3 months, whichever comes first. That was the protocol, so I would do that. It's 2017, 3,000 miles is not cutting it. Mobil 1 made a product called Mobil 1 Annual Protection, which is exactly what it sounds like, annual protection. It's an oil that you change in your car once a year or after 20,000 miles. So it's once a year or every 20,000 miles, whichever comes first. The year is probably gonna come first. So that's a really good option that you should look into the next time you need to get an oil change, because I don't know about you guys, but did you ever like wait until your car really needed an oil change, like 4,000, like 5,000 miles, and you're like, wow, my car really needs an oil change? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a mechanic, but before I did some research on it and kind of understand more, I'll have videos linked below that also explain how it does last longer. And in case you're like, where do I even get that oil? You can get this oil at Walmart. Go get some of that, make your life easier, make one less mistake in your life. If you're a vlog viewer, you know what's coming. I can't get through this video without talking about this mistake, and that is blurring the lines between a friendship and it kind of blurring into a being more than friends ship, which is a ship you should never get on. The problem with this and why it's a mistake is because at the end of the day, you ruined a friendship. Like, at least for me, I had this friend and this happened where we both kind of had feelings for each other, whatever, but like not the same amount, and then it just was hurtful to me not really him, and now I just don't have a friend. I don't think it's good to do this whole in-between thing. It's like, are you platonically friends, or do you have romantic feelings for each other and want to actually be all for that? Because if it's in between and one person feels more than the other, which is inevitably what's gonna happen, it's gonna become really hurtful for that person. Because what happens is then you're in this limbo where it's not gonna be what you want. And if you are in a situation right now like this, and you can say to yourself, this isn't fully what I want more out of this, you need to get out of that situation. And I'm here to tell you, if no one else has told you, because you deserve to be getting 100% what you want. You deserve that. And you're really doing yourself a disservice by not. If you're gonna settle for someone that is just kind of using you and doesn't actually care about you, that sucks, because you could get yourself out of that and be in a better relationship. It is hard, but you know, you gotta do it. You shouldn't settle for being someone's side thing. And I wish I could give you a hug right now, because you're better than that. I look back, and in that moment where I made this mistake, I knew in my mind I was completely settling for less than I wanted. It was a huge mistake, but it also wasn't, because now I know my worth. So it's fine. It's fine. You know, I gained a lot from it. This one is also about friendships and relationships. When I was in high school, one of my best friends got a boyfriend for the first time. Ooh. She started spending all her time with him, and I started to really, really resent him because I was jealous, you know? Okay, I used to spend like every day with her, and now all of a sudden you just waltz into her life, and who am I supposed to hang out with? And then I resented their relationship, and then I resented her, and I just really pushed her away for a while, and like we became not friends. The way I acted and treated her was a mistake. 16, 17-year-old me was so annoyed that my best friend, like, she never hangs out with me anymore. She's always with her boyfriend. It was frustrating to me, but I wish someone would have told me what I'm about to tell you if you're in this situation right now, because whenever I talk to anyone about it, they just kind of agree with me, like, yeah, like, that sucks, like, and I wish someone would have just been real with me. Being real, your friend that's in that relationship is allowed to do whatever she wants, and if she wants to spend her time that way, she's allowed to do that. And if you're just gonna get mad at her and resent her relationship and her boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever it is, you're just pushing them away and you're not gonna be their friend anymore. Like, it's doing you no good to do that. People grow up and they don't live with their friends. They live with their significant other. That's what's gonna happen. And it's just gonna keep happening as you grow up. More of your friends are gonna get in these relationships and spend less time with you. You gotta find that happy balance. And if you get mad about it and mad at that person, you're just gonna lose your friendship. That's what you're gonna do. Eventually, we worked past that, and to this day, we're friends again, and we've been friends since we were like 7. If your friend is hanging out with their boyfriend all the time, find new people to hang out with. But don't get mad at your friend for doing what makes them happy. It's like a tough pill to swallow because you're gonna see them less, but you just have to accept that it is life, that people are gonna couple up and do their own thing. And it sucks when you're always the single friend. Right here, always the single friend. But you get used to it and you become such a good third wheel eventually, you'll be fine. Number 5 of one of the biggest mistakes that I made in my entire life actually happened only a few weeks ago. And people got mad at me. So a few weeks ago in a vlog, I was in my hometown. In the hometown I grew up in, the crime rate is high. It's not a great place. I was not proud to be from there. And I pretty much just looked down upon people that just stayed in the town after high school. I was going on this rant about how, oh, I hate being home. Everyone in this town are losers, and anyone that stays here is a loser, and like they just get these basic jobs. And people got very offended by that, and I didn't realize it at the time. Like, I thought I was being funny, and I got put in my place because people commented and were like, Monica, that's so rude, that's offensive, you know, you could be hurting someone's feelings, which is something I never want to do. I don't want to be a rude person. I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. They were like, you know what, like, just because you want to move into the big city doesn't mean everyone wants to. Just because you want your job to be this doesn't mean everyone else wants their job to be this. Someone else could be perfectly happy with the life the way they have it. And I was like, wow, you guys are right. I was straight up judging and looking down upon others that decided to stay in my hometown and just have a job in my hometown. Saying that and thinking that way was a really big mistake, and I thought that way for my entire life. Maybe it's just, you know, sometimes like you have a hometown thing where you grow up there and you just want to get out. And that was my angsty want to get out thing. But that doesn't mean I should look down upon or judge others that are happy there. And you guys taught me that. I definitely learned from what I said and the criticism that that video got. And I learned that not everyone wants the same things in life, and that's okay. And just because I want something and someone else wants something different doesn't mean I should judge that person or look down upon them or anything like that. I'm really sorry for what I said, and that was a mistake. And I hope that you accept my apology and like find it sincere and genuine, because I'm trying to be as genuine as possible. I was like, yeah, I need to own up to this, really. So I was embarrassed about what I said. I mean, I'm embarrassed about all these mistakes. I'm just embarrassing putting myself on the internet, but it's fine. Those are the top 5 biggest mistakes I've made in my entire life and the things that I've learned from them. I think the mistakes that I've made and can look back on are pretty mild in the grand scheme of things. We're only human and we all make mistakes. I'm just trying to own up to mine. Be sure to comment your mistakes in the comment section below. Once again, thank you to Mobil 1 for sponsoring this video as well. And don't forget to check out the Mobil 1 annual protection oil for your car. And don't make the mistake of getting an oil that only lasts for 3,000 miles when you could have the one for 20,000 miles. If you want to see me make mistakes every single day of my life, you can check out my vlogs. I'll have them linked below. I just vlog my life and do a bunch of stupid stuff on there. So check that out. And I'll see you guys next week. All right, bye.